In our driver's seat is this. It's the 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid. The hybrid is the new portion of this vehicle. Now let's talk a little bit about the history of this car. First seen at the 2007 All-Star Major League Baseball game. This vehicle rolled out with a bunch of new Chevys, but this one was unique in such a way because it was the first full-size hybrid that Chevrolet or any company have ever made. Now the great things about this vehicle is 50% improvement in city driving for gas usage, 30% on the highway improvement for gas usage. Now that's huge. You've always wanted a large, big, strapping SUV to tow or to haul people with, and now you have something that also is economic in the gas department.
Well, fuel mileage is only half the story when it comes to the Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid. It also starts with a great platform that Chevrolet started with just a few years ago. The interior is spectacular. The size and usability is absolutely magnificent. And the way that it drives, let's not forget, it's a fully loaded Tahoe. How do you make it better? You start right here under the hood.
Underneath the hood of the 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid, you'll find a V8 6-liter engine along with a 300-volt electric hybrid engine.
Now, fuel mileage might be the focal point of someone looking at this, especially since it is the first full-size sport utility with a hybrid system. But really, it's about two parts of the personality of the Chevrolet Tahoe. The first one is the performance and the drive. The best thing about this hybrid on that level is the fact that it still drives, handles, and feels like one of the best sport utilities out there, a Chevrolet Tahoe. The ride is intact, the feel from the wheel is great, and the way that the car is mannerisms on the road are absolutely impeccable. Now, the other side is, of course, going to be the fuel mileage. Now, the two-mode hybrid system has got other testers upwards of 20 miles per gallon. Myself, I've gotten only around 17, admittedly because I do drive vehicles a little harder than some. That brings up a particular point. Are you going to buy this vehicle for pure mileage, or are you going to buy it because of the lower carbon or emissions? I say buy it for what makes you feel better. For me, I love it. I think that it's a great blend between hybrid technology and an already beautiful setup as far as being just a great people hauler. This is a great vehicle. This is a great hybrid system.
So taking a look at the exterior of the 2008 Chevy Tahoe Hybrid, well, this is a very big and bold front end, new aerodynamic design, and that's to reduce that drag coefficient down to 0.34 for the vehicle. Now you'll notice the front end is completely void of fog lights. It does have a 5-light piece here and a 5-light piece on the other side, but down here at the bottom, everything looks like that very masculine car. Now, I remember watching the X-Files back in the 90s, and this was the sort of souped-up version of those chase vehicles that they had out of that show. Well, now it's a reality, and it does look like a big, bold FBI cruiser.
One of the things that I like that stands out on the exterior of the hybrid Tahoe is this little emblem here. It has a nice little design in it. I like the way the Chevrolet was very minimalistic as far as the way that they have this tape kit that tells you it's a hybrid. But that's one of the beauties of this vehicle. It's already a great looking vehicle. Chevrolet already designed a beautiful SUV. Now they just made it a beautiful SUV that's a hybrid. There's a couple of things that are different. Nick noticed in the front end, and it does have its own specific wheels. But overall, it's just a great looking full-size Chevrolet Tahoe. Well, you can slice it and dice it any way you want. You can talk about the hybrid engine. You can talk about the great electronics, the OnStar, even the video navigation system. But here's the deal. Big SUVs are about one thing when it comes to small families, and one thing when it comes to my personal preference for them. They're big, roomy, and comfortable. Chevrolet's done a great job of not only making the front, rear, and even the third row seats big enough for a guy my size to sit comfortably in. And I don't mean sit comfortably like I get in it and I have to go from one place to another. I mean, let's go on a road trip, and I don't care if I'm stuck in the third row. I know it's kind of a weird, very general way to say it, but that's what it comes down to. It's big, it's comfortable, and you will find a place to sit in it.
On the interior of the 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid, you'll find it's pretty similar to a regular Tahoe, but on the inside of the Tahoe, you'll find so many buttons and toys to play with. I almost feel like a kid in a candy store. Everything from the inside DVD player that enables people in the back to either use headphones or to hear the DVD through the speakers in the vehicle, right the way through to the great navigation system. And of course, with these vehicles, you get a year of OnStar with the navigation option, which comes when you purchase the vehicle. We've come to the time of the show when we talk about our 2 ups and 1 down. For this, the 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid. First up has got to be that hybrid engine underneath the hood. Takes the gas mileage from around 11 or 12 for a non-hybrid version up to about 20 miles a gallon for a hybrid version. It's absolutely fantastic. This vehicle has made it actually affordable to own a large SUV. My second up for the vehicle has got to be the overall usefulness of the Tahoe. This is a vehicle that you have multiple applications for. You can go camping with it. You can haul people. You can haul equipment, you can haul boats, you can haul trailers. This is actually a multiple versatile vehicle, and I love the way the Tahoe is put together and the uses that you can find for it. My down, well, I don't really have a down for this vehicle. You know, if we're talking about a down for a vehicle of this size, it would usually be price of the vehicle and gas mileage. For what you get and pound for pound, I think this is an absolute major winner and probably one of the first 10 out of 10s I've seen to come out of the GM factories in the last year.
When it comes to my 2 ups and 1 down, it's pretty easy. I already like the Chevrolet Tahoe, and making it a hybrid only gives it that many more things to pick as far as the 2 ups and 1 down that I'll choose today. My first up is going to be something that was already there, the great usable interior. As a family member of a small family with dogs and chores and things that I like to do outside of work, the usable space, utilitarianism, the great video system, the great audio system all comes together as a comfortable ride that a family, whether it's for business or pleasure, can enjoy. That comes to the other up. You can do it now and not blow so much on gas. Yes, my motivation to buy this vehicle would be less carbon footprint and less emissions, but it does get sizable better gas mileage. Now, my down is going to be the fact that over 50 grand is a lot of money to spend on a Tahoe, and then to spend it on a Tahoe that can't really tow as much as the 6-liter that isn't the hybrid, or get as fast acceleration out of the 6-liter that I'd like to see. That's going to be my 1 down. I know that's kind of nitpicking the hybrid's intent, but it is my opinion. That's going to complete our review of the 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid. The 2008 Chevrolet Tahoe Hybrid comes standard with a 6-liter V8 gas engine and a 300-volt energy storage system as an assist. The standard vehicle's transmission is a 4-speed automatic. Vehicle base price, $53,295. As tested, $55,858. Miles per gallon EPA rating is 21 on the city. Highway mile per gallon EPA rating is 22.
The driver's seat is brought to you by Ray Reese Volkswagen. Family owned and specializing in Volkswagens for over 15 years, and proudly presenting the all-new Portland Hyundai. Check them out at rayreese.com. Miles Around Television is brought to you by Baxter Auto Parts, your family-owned auto parts professional since 1936. Now get in, sit down, and hang on. It's Miles Around with Dennis Pitzenbarger and Nick Miles.